I know that I needed to be strong for my son.
That time, parang I also wanna be strong for her.
Welcome back to St. Luke's Patient Perspectives. What's your story?
Magandang hapon. My name is Meldy Baldovino. I am on my way to my 14th year as breast cancer survivor. I was diagnosed in 2011. Salamat sa alaga ng aking mga doctors, Dr. Charity Gorospe and Dr. Cecilia Pagdanganan. We have a family of breast cancer. My mother died at the prime of her life. She was only 50 years old. When my mother died, kinausap ako ng doktor niya. Meldy, be careful of yourself. Cancer is hereditary. Eto na, 18 years after my mother died, my own journey of breast cancer started in July 2011. The day that I discovered that I have a small bukol in my left breast. Gamunggo lang. Nung nahimasmasan na ako, nagpunta agad ako sa doktor ko and right there and then, kumuha ng small tissue si doc doon for biopsy. And 2 days after, eto na, tumatawag yung secretary. Meds, punta ka daw. So pagdating ko sa clinic niya, ang bungad sa akin ni Doc Meds, what happened? Parang ganun. So parang kinabahan ulit ako. And the result of my diagnosis is stage 2A breast cancer. In denial that I have a breast cancer. So kailangan mag-consult for second, third, and fourth opinion. Maliban pa sa opinion ng nanay, tatay, kaibigan, and mga tao sa paligid mo hanggang malito ka na lang. So, until that day na sinabi ng doktor ko na, Melds, kailangan mo nang maoperahan. When I was diagnosed with breast cancer, sobra. The support of my family is invaluable, including my friends. At that time, my son Patrick is in second year college pa lang sa DLSU. And he was the last person I talked to about my cancer, about my sickness. Kasi alam ko, hindi pa siya talaga ganun ano sa yung technicality ng about cancer, di ba? Parang, kasi bata, sasabihan mo may cancer, di ba? I know nakikita ko parang in denial siya, pero deep inside, parang nalulungkot na rin siya.
I really didn't feel anything, parang hindi ako masyadong emotional. It's just, okay, may cancer si mama, tapos, ay, okay, nasa St. Luke's naman siya. She was strong eh. So I need to be strong. I also wanna be strong for her. I want her to feel na I support her through that. When you're sharing your pains to other people, you have to also be strong. You have to show people that you're strong, that you're fighting in one way or another. Nakita ko lang siguro siya once or twice na umiyak about this. Pero never niya talagang pina-feel sa akin na weak siya. Naalala ko na nagpakalbo kami, nagpagupit kami same barber, yung nagpagupit sa akin.
Actually, dito talaga ako nag-annual check-up. So, naghanap ako ng doktor. Gusto ko palagi, the best. Nahanap ko si Dr. Cecilia Pagdanganan. Naramdaman ko from the security guard, from the receptionist, and then dun sa admission. Nung inadmit ako dito for surgery, isang batalyon kami kasama kong pamilya ko. So, parang naka-hotel kami dito sa isang room and sila pa nagdala ng mga maleta namin papunta sa room. Nagustuhan ko talaga is yung mga service ng nurse. Maya-maya, nandun sila sa room, nag-check. All the time, nagmo-monitor sila sa akin. Iba yung naramdaman kong pagmamahal dito sa St. Luke's.
During yung na-confine siya dito, na-observe ko na the people here in St. Luke's are very accommodating. I would say, sobra yung alaga sa kanya in detail. Kasi, naka-experience naman ako sa ibang hospital. You know, when you went to, pag pumupunta ka sa isang lugar na hindi ka familiar, first time mo, you feel lost. What more yung hospital? What more, parang mag-admit ka ng kamag-anak mo. Tapos hindi mo alam saan pupunta. And me, as a second-year college student, I'm also medyo introvert pa ako noon that time. Hanggang ngayon naman, but that's, I digress. But again, we didn't feel lost. Parang, every step of the way, meron kaming pwedeng tanungan. And every step of the way, merong nagsusupport. We don't know these people. We don't know the nurses. We don't know the guards. We don't know them personally. But we felt we're supported in a way na higa ka lang dyan, dadaling ka nila sa operating or higa ka lang dyan, may pagkain ka, ganyan. Pag may kailangan kayo, tawagin nyo lang kami, nandyan sila. They're available. Pag tinanong mo, ano na pong next? Ganyan. They're available. Kahit na gabi na, ganun. So, I think we felt like we're family kahit hindi namin sila kaano-ano. You would understand naman as a patient siguro, or as a parang kamag-anak ng patient, I would understand if yung mga tao dito stress sila. Because 24 hours, more than 24 hours na silang nag-work, diba? So you would understand if they're stressed. But you would see dun sa faces nila that nakasmile pa din sila, i-accommodate ka nila, may question ka, house, kahit tatanong mo lang, saan po yung CR dito? They would, meron dyan, malapit, meron dito. Bukas pa po ba yung kainan, ganyan? They will tell you, hindi na po sir, baka gusto nyo doon lang kayo sa labas, may kainan dyan sa malapit. So parang that's very helpful. And especially for those suffering, for those families na parang nalilito. Bakit? Bakit ito nangyari sa mom ko? Diba? Or bakit kung ako yung patient, bakit ito nangyari sa akin? Siyempre, that's one way also of parang removing the stress. You remove the parang di mo na isipan saan ka pupunta. Kasi sila lang bahala sa'yo. You just have to worry about recovering.